everybody. Welcome to News on 14. Today we have a very interesting guest, Marsha Brooker. And she's going to tell us about a very interesting house we have coming up that concerns prospective buyers in the village. So, can you tell us about what the open house is about that's going to take place on September 8th?
Sure. We are hoping that we are going to get a lot of response to a mailing that we did. We sent out about 2,000 cards to prospective people who might be at the age when they might be thinking about a place like Heritage Village. We are using the whole theme of an open house, which is going to start with a guided tour of all of the buildings. And then we're going to take a bus tour and go over and visit the Winship Barn and visit a couple of the pools and see the garden. And then we are going to come back to Sarah Cook Hall for a Q&A about what the people have seen and answer some questions.
Oh, that's great. That's just wonderful. Whose idea was this and how did it get rolling? Yours, I'm assuming.
You open mouth, you put in foot, you know. Fran Owen came to one of our condo meetings and was asking for some suggestions about ways that they could market the village. And to me, an open house is just the most obvious way to do it.
Right.
And Heritage Village has never had one before. It has always been through either realtors or people knowing about the village and this kind of thing. But this time we are being the aggressor in actually starting the process and inviting people to come in and see
great.
How we live here.
So who do you actually think will show up for the open house?
Well, it's going to be hard to say. I mean, we could get 5 people, we could get 500 people. We don't really know. We are hoping to have 150 to 200 people come.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Some of these people had made inquiries at other times when you know, they thought they might like to come here. There had been another mailing that had gone out earlier, and some of the people got another mailing this time with specific information about the open house. The open house is not for villagers who just want to come along for the ride. Excuse me, but if they have friends or family that might be interested, they should really think about, you know, inviting them to come to the open house. But we don't want people who already live here to come on the open house.
Well, what if we have renters here that might be interested in buying? Would they be welcome or encouraged to come?
Well, yes and no. This is not a real estate thing. This has nothing to do with bringing real estate agents in. This is strictly Heritage Village talking about Heritage Village.
About the village.
Okay, so we don't have realtors on notice. We don't have them waiting in the wings to talk to prospective people or to pounce on them, which is the way I view that would happen. This is strictly to come and learn about our particular way of life. Many people who come here, I think, to live don't understand that Heritage Village is a way of life. It is not just moving into a condominium and setting up, you know, your furniture and all of that other stuff and then sitting down. There are people who choose to do that, but because it is an active community with a lot of stuff to do, those are the things that we want to highlight about the village. That it's not just a place to live. We have lots of people who are docents from the different clubs. We have people from the library, people from the Winship Barn, people from the Stable Studios who are going to be on site that day to be able to talk about the different things that are done. All of the docents have had a bus tour, so they know where the bus is going, and they have been very well versed on the buildings and what their history is, and that kind of thing. So this just isn't kind of something that's been, let's have an open house and we'll open the doors. Heritage Village has been notorious since its inception for not letting the outside world in. And we are asking the outside world to come in and see how we live.
That's great. So it has nothing to do with units or what kind of units are available. This is just the way of life in the village.
There is going to be a pictorial representation of the inside of some of the models, and there have been floor plans of the models that have been blown up. And Bill Wilhelms went in and he photographed a lot of existing units, and they have put some of those pictures so that when you have a Sherman, you have pictures of an actual Sherman.
Oh, that's
and when
great.
you have, you know, a country house, there are actual pictures of some of the possibilities of what can be done. A lot of people think this open house is for realtors. That is the last thing that we want, because we don't want people being hawked. And with all due respect to all of you out there who may be realtors, that's what would happen at something like this. At least I believe so. And so if the realtors want to make units available once 3 o'clock comes and our little open house is over, they can do whatever they want, but they are not a part of this. We certainly would have information if people wanted to know anything, but we are making up a packet that has a copy of the current villager, a copy of the Heritage Villager. It's going to have some information about the governance here, about Heritage Village, about its way of life. They're listing all of the clubs. They're having information like that for them that is actually something that they can either experience when they're here on the tours, or they will see and they might want to ask questions about. This Heritage Village was the first place of its kind, and some of us like to think that it was the first and it's still the best.
I think so.
There is no other place like Heritage Village.
No, there's not.
And it's an active community, and that's what we want people to to see. It used to be a community a long time ago when people came. It was always active, but it was more of a place to come to retire and to kind of live out your days. That's true for many of the people who've been here, for quite a while, but it's not necessarily true for people who may want to come in and live here. People who, want to get involved in, photography or, working on focus or any of that.
Tap dancing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's wonderful. I think you're doing a really, really great thing. I wish I had that when I came in, although I fell in love with the place immediately, so I really didn't need any help. But, okay, is there anything else, or
No,
you pretty well summed it up?
I just want to let you know that we have some talented, wonderful people that have taken on different responsibilities for this. So they have made my job really very easy, and I would like to publicly thank all of them. You know who you are, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, or to contact Fran's office or anything.
Okay, well, I wish you tremendous success on this. I'm sure you will have it. And thank you for being here on News on 14.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Come again.
I appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. Here we are back again with Robert. So, Robert, tell us about the Big E. I don't really know anything about this. I know it's some kind of a fair.
Okay, well, it's going to take place on September 27th, 2012. And you're going to enjoy a day at the Eastern States Exposition. And this is the New England's autumn tradition. It's the 10th largest fair in North America.
Okay.
Yeah, and so what you're going to do is you're going to relish the sounds, the sights, the tastes, the tempting aromas, the free entertainment, the exhibits, and there's going to be a circus.
A circus?
Yeah. They're going to have the Avenue of the States. You're going to see shows. You're going to see history. Agriculture, animal rides, shopping, crafts, and you might as well throw in the parades.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
And the tickets are only $12. And that's at the gate. $12 at the gate for seniors, and all others for general admission are $15, except if you bring a child with you, and that child is between 6 and 12, it's only $10 for that child. And the cost that you're going to pay up front is transportation. And the transportation is going to be $28.
Okay.
That's for owners, and then all others is $30 But there's a deadline on the tickets, and I tell you, if you're gonna go up, you might as well go up on the bus because the traffic can be outrageous.
Oh, where is it?
It's up in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, it's far.
Yeah, it's far.
Okay.
And you can just sit back, relax, maybe probably watch a movie. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on a bus. But you can probably watch a movie. But the deadline is September 19th, 2012. And that's different than what was in the newspaper, because the newspaper said the deadline was September 13th.
Oh, okay.
And
make note of that.
So I was confused, so I called Linda Magora, and I asked Linda, and Linda said it's definitely, the deadline is September 19th.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So what's on with you?
Okay, I wanted to talk about the Women's Club. They're having an English tea. This is an authentic English tea party, and you'll be treated to tea and little cute sandwiches and desserts. All you have to do is bring your own teacup. There'll be music for your listening pleasure. The very talented Carrie Strauss will be playing the piano. Now, this takes place on Saturday, October 30th. The tea will accommodate 92 club members. Just sign up at activities by September 28th. This really sounds like a little bit different from other things, and it should be a lot of fun. So tell us about the ambulance volunteers.
Yeah, we're talking volunteers. We're talking past volunteers, present volunteers, and all you future volunteers. And so you join for a fun-filled afternoon. It's going to be at the Meeting House. It's going to be an annual potluck luncheon. Did I say that right? Potluck luncheon.
I think so.
Okay. And that's going to be September 9th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. BYOB, and setups will be provided. And it's going to commemorate the first run of this fantastic ambulance service 41 years ago.
Oh, wow, 41
41
years.
Yeah, and it's to celebrate their continued good work. Call Ruth Schoenfeld at 262-1963 for dishes to bring. And the dishes are going to be, you can bring either appetizers, salads, main course, and desserts. But you've got to bring enough for 6 to 8 people.
Okay, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
Sounds
We'll
good.
see you there. Okay.
All right. I wanted to talk about the Southbury celebration. We will be celebrating the 225th anniversary of the town of Southbury. Now, the event is sponsored by the town of Southbury and the Southbury Training School. So bring a lawn chair and a little jacket or a sweater, because it gets a little bit chilly, after sundown. And there will be a food court with a wide variety of foods and live music and, best of all, get this, a fireworks display.
Oh my God.
I love fireworks. And it's over a lake. I went to this the very first year I moved here. It was the first thing I ever did. And it was great. It was really a wonderful, wonderful evening.
So it's over the lake, so I guess...
It's over the lake,
you can
yes.
see reflections?
Yes, you can. You see the fireworks and the reflections.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
just
beautiful.
beautiful. And you don't even have to drive. It's right over here. But a shuttle bus will be provided free of charge. It departs from the Meeting House paddock at 5:45. And this takes place on Saturday, September 29th. Rain date, Sunday, September 30th. And it's from 5:30 to 8:30. And all you have to do is register at activities. Now, if you want some more info about this, just go to www.southburyconnecticut.org, and you can just find out anything you need to know. But it's a really, really nice celebration.
It sounds it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen, I didn't even get to see the fireworks on 4th of July, around here anyhow. I got to see them on television.
Yeah.
Over in New York.
Well, when I was a little girl growing up in Brooklyn, we lived in Coney Island, and we lived right near the beach, and so I didn't eat much in those days because I didn't like to eat. So my mother used to take me out on our stoop and feed me because you could see the fireworks over the water, and that was the only way I would eat. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because I didn't like to eat. I didn't get it back then.
I guess if you go to this, you'll be eating while you watch the fireworks.
Oh yeah, but you're not going to have to force me. Okay, so how about the Health and Wellness Fair?
Yeah, this is going to be brought to you by the Civic Association, and it's going to be provided by Masonic Care. It's going to be on September 10th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Meeting House. There's going to be multiple exhibits, and there's going to be 3 lectures, and they're going to start at 9:30 in the music room. Then there's going to be lunch at 12:30 on the Meeting House patio, and that's going to be also provided by Masonic Care. And I filmed it last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really
Informative?
educational.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah, I would think it would be.
It's going to cover a lot of different health topics that people are just going to want to know about.
Oh, that sounds very, very good.
And it's done by a professional organization,
Right,
Masonic
right.
Care.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, the Heritage Singers will have their first rehearsal for the holiday winter concerts, for the winter. So if this is something you've been thinking about, or just ever wanted to try and do, you really should come and check it out. It's open to all, and it can be really, really exciting. Choral singing, I bet you didn't know this. Choral singing is the most popular arts-related activity in the U.S.
Didn't know it.
And studies have